Good afternoon, students. Hope you are doing fine. This is the time for mathematics. We want to look at finding the remainder when dividing numbers. Remember, in our last class, we did division of numbers, how to divide numbers. Now, there are some numbers that when you divide them, they leave a remainder. Take, for example, if I say 5 divided by 2. If I want to count it, this is 2. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when we look at the complete ones, we have just 2. So this will be 2, remainder 1. So we want to look at how we can find this remainder of numbers. So, like I said, let's assume that is the first example. So, example 1. Now, we have that 9 divided by 2 can still be written as 9 over 2. It is the same thing. 9 divided by 2 can still be written as 9 over 2. And so if we divide 9 by 2, we discover that how many 2's are in 9, or the nearest multiple of 2, which is the nearest, which is closer to 9, which is closer to 9 and not above 9. If I take, for example, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 5 is 10. So 9 is in between 8 and 10. So 10 is not there. 10 is a multiple of 2, but it is above 9. Our limit is 9. So the nearest multiple of 2, which is closer to 9, is 8. So we now say which number can multiply 2 to have 8? We have 4. So 9 divided by 2, it shows that 2 can go into 9 4 times. And then 4 times 2 gives me 8. So we now say 9 take away 8 is 1, which is the remainder. It means that 9 divided by 2 is 4 remainder 1. 4 remainder 1. Now, this 9 is called the dividend. It's called the dividend. This 2 is called the divisor. And then this is called the quotient. And one is known as the remainder. So dividend divided by divisor gives us the quotient and the remainder. It gives us the quotient and the remainder. Let us now go into solving and finding the remainder. I take, for example, the first one, 62 divided by 4. It is the same thing as 62 all over 4. 62 all over 4. So, if I want to use, there is this method, if I want to use this, there is a method we can use by taking one of the figure, we divide first. So if I want to use that method, I go to my rough work column, I start with 6 divided by 4. So how many 4s are in 6? If I take 1, Here it will be 1, 2 is remaining. The 2 that is remaining, we attach it in front of the next number, in front. So if we attach the 2 here in front of this 2, this number becomes 22. It becomes 22. Now we don't write it, but we assume that 2 is in front of the 2. So the number becomes 22. We shall now have 22 divided by 4. So the nearest multiple of 4, which is closer to 22, is 20. And 4 times 5 is equal to 20. So 4 times 5 is equal to 20. I now take 22, take away 20, gives me 2. It means that 4 can go into 22, or 22 divided by 4 is 5 times, and how many is remaining? 2. So I have remainder 2. So in a nutshell, 62 divided by 4 is the same thing as 62 over 4, which is 15 remainder 2. Which is 15 remainder 2. Now, I want to give us an exercise in a table. Let's see how we can fill the table with the quotient and the remainder of number after we divide numbers. Take for example, I have here divided by, I have 41, 42, 43, 44. Let me end there. I have 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I want to divide the number again. 41 divided by 3, the answer will be here because this is where it is in this square that they meet. Look at this one and this one. The square where they meet, that is where the answer will be. So I now take 41 divided by 3. I start again. 3 can go into 4 one time, and 1 will be remaining because 3 times 1 is 3. And the nearest multiple, which is nearest closer to 4, is 3. So 1 time and 1 is remaining. I attach the 1 in front of the 1 which is in 41. It becomes 11. 3 can go into 11. That is 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. And 11 take away 9 gives me 2. It means the remainder is 2. We have remainder 2. So I come here and I put 41 take away 3 is 13 remainder 2. 13 remainder 2. I go to the next one. 43 or 42 divided by 3 is equal to 4 can go into 3 again, or 3 can go into 4 again. 1 time, and 1 will be remaining. I attach the 1 in front of the 2, it becomes 12. So 12 divided by 3 now gives me 4. It means it is 14. 43. 3 can go into 4 one time, and 1 is remaining. I attach the 1 in front of the 3, it becomes 13. 3 can go into 13. 4 times 3 is 12. So 13 take away 12 is 1. So it becomes what? 4. And then remainder 1. I have 14 remainder 1. And then I go again to the next 44. 3 can go into 4 one time. I put the 1 there. 1. And then 1 is remaining. I attach the 1 in front of 4. 3 can now go 4 times, and 4 times 3 gives me 12. It means 40 take away 12 is 2. So it is remaining 2. We have now 14 remainder 2. 40 remainder 2. If I add here 45, let's see what will happen. 45 divided by 3. So we have that 3 can go into 4 one time. And 1 will remain. We attack the 1 in front of 5, it becomes 15. 3 can go into 15 5 times. 5 times 3 gives me 15. So we have here 15. Now, we have filled the first part. We discovered that when we are dividing any number by 3, the highest remainder that we can have is 2. It starts with 2, then we get the number 14, and then we go again 1, 2, and then 3, a whole number. So the highest remainder we can have when we are dividing any number by 3 is 2. And if we are dividing any number by 4, the highest remainder we can have is 3. If we are dividing any number by 5, the highest remainder we can have is 4. If we are dividing any number by 6, the highest remainder we can have is 5. Okay, beloved student, this is just the first example, and I encourage you to do the next one. If we do this one, we shall have 4 can go into 41 10 times, remainder 1. 4 can go into 42 10 times, remainder 2. 4 can go into 43 10 times, remainder 3. And 4 can go into 43 11 times. 4 can go into 45 11 times, remainder 1. If I take the next one, 4 can go in 5 can go into 41, it will be 8 times, because 8 times 5 is 40. Remainder 1. We have 8 remainder 2. 8 remainder 3. And then 8 remainder 4. And we have 9. 9 times 5 is 45. If I take 6, the nearest whole number here will be, the nearest whole number to 41 will be 36. So it will be 6 times, remainder, we now have 41, take away 36, gives me 5. So 6 times remainder, 5. And then 42 divided by 6 is 7. We have here 7 remainder 1, 7 remainder 2, and 7 remainder 3. Beloved students, that is how we can look for the remainder when we divide. And in your exam, a table like this can be given to us, and we are asked to complete it. Okay, this is that for today. We are encouraged to do the exercises that are in the notes, and we send the work today. We send the work in school. Please do the exercises on pieces of papers and you send it for marking. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.